Alright, guys, so welcome to episode 2 of this Japanese game that we're going to go through. And I think we left off on testing the Soviets. Um, so I think what we'll do is we'll just, for this episode, just try to do as much as we can in what time that we have. So right now, it looks like China is going through the pretty large economic tree over here, as is probably Mao, but we have no idea what he's doing. Um, the Guanzi clique is going through the political part of their focus tree, and I think that's very important when we're going to war with China, that we are able to tell which warlord is going to take over in China. So if they go down this route over here, then they're going to be able to annex the whole of China, in which then our armies are going to have to reposition, and it's going to be very important to use our spies to help decode and help find the national focuses for this. Education reform. Dang, that was hard to get through. Yunnan is going through the economic part of their focus tree. Once again, it only matters what's on the politics sides of it. Economic doesn't matter. Um, this Sanma country over here is going through economic as well, as is Shanxi. So I think the only ones we can't see is just Mao. So other than that, all the other warlords are working on economic, except for China and the Guanxi clique. So going forth on this row, we will need to make sure that uh, and we always need to pay attention to the Manchukuo focus tree. Once they get down here to the Independence War section, if we're still at war with China at that point, they will declare war on us and they'll get a mega boost. And we do not want that. So as soon as we do it, we need to have troops stationed in their own individual places, ready to fight. Okay, I think now we can unpause and just wait for the test the Soviets to finish up. Now, it would be funny if I declared war on the Soviet Union in 1936, but they have one of the biggest armies in the game at the start of the game. I think, yeah, that's really big. So I'm not gonna mess with that. Once again, the London Naval Treaty is not very important. So I mean, we left it, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. So the window of opportunity. If we want to use the incident at the Soviet border to Korea, we must strike quickly. That just basically means, like, we need to get all of our templates in order and, just... Oh, here we are. A spy. Okay. Now, 3 nationalities. I think we're gonna have to go with that. 3 nationalities: Chinese, Manchurian, and Japanese. That's a full court right there. Very, very good job. I mean, one thing that I really do need to focus on is the research part of Japan. We're at -1 right now, which means it's just going to take pretty much normal, and we'll probably get a few bucks here and there, but overall not a lot. So I think we'll need to fix our research when we go down the focus tree. I think we get some buffs um, somewhere in here. We get an extra research slot, but I don't know. Moving on is either the liaison conference or the national mobilization law. Now, if you go down this part of the focus tree, it is just easy. You do not want to spend any political power on the economic laws of Japan because it gives you total mob in probably what like three focuses. So we do not need to worry about that in any way. What I will do is I'm gonna go down and try to get the Marco Polo Bridge incident as pretty quickly. I think I'll definitely get the National Defense Day focused on before the Polo, but I um no, we're doing total mode because the fastest there is, the more factories we can get, and it's just and then we can accelerate our economy a lot more. So what I'm doing for Air Force is close air support and fighters. That's all we need. We don't need any tactical bombers or just bombers in general. It's China, really. You can cut through their infantry if you have better infantry. I mean, it's Japan versus China. It's not that hard. Moving on, we are at the window of opportunity, and we failed. Okay. Well, I guess that is that. We don't need any army XP anyway. Alright, so based off that note, that's kind of in a weird spot. That's actually kind of bad, isn't it? Well, I guess we'll just have to deal with that. Political power, we're in the hole by 20, but that should be easy. And then there's this rivalry. I'm not really gonna focus on that. I mean, it gives you production costs and it gives you naval dockyards and construction speed bonuses, but it gives you a debuff in the national focus, and that's something that we do not want. We do not want any debuffs whatsoever. So what we'll do is we'll just focus on upgrading our economy, which is at a good 58 factories. We'll hit total mob soon, or within 3 focuses soon. And then I think that perhaps we'll hit the Marco Polo Bridge incident. Let's see if I can go through. I'll just probably go over the world at this moment. So, China, once again, public aid. Man, I cannot say education today. We'll do economics for Guanzi click. Local arms, more economic. More economic, more economic. And for Saikang... Alright, so we'll see how Guanzi and Saikang turn out. Those are our top 2. Moving on to the big powers, see if we can find anything. UK looks like it's going down its normal route, as is Germany, unless they did the economics, and then we'll do the German Civil War, but I don't know. Moving to the Great Purge for the Soviet Union, that would be okay. Turkey is talking to the Middle East. Greece is going through armed forces. I played Bulgaria a couple days ago, and my goodness, this focus tree is just fantastic. I mean, it was a little aggravating at times going through like this part of it because when you go down, I think the United We Shall Prevail section, and then you finally get to the unification of the Balkans, and I wanted to do a achievement where you unite all the Balkans, including Greece. and it doesn't count Romania, but I annexed Romania and didn't annex Greece because they were uh, annexed by me because I was at war like the Greater East. I don't know. It was really confusing, but I didn't get the achievement, and that pretty much like was a big waste. But
This is a
I
talk on
did
national
get
security.
one achievement for it. I think it was capture both sides of the Bosphorus or something like that. Nationalize war industry. Just do it. And okay, so yeah, I didn't get Greece, but I did get the achievement for capturing the Bosphorus, like I said. And I think I really want to talk about is this new DLC coming out with the like Eastern European and Russia. Now I'm not a huge fan of going down monarchist paths, but I feel like going down a monarchist Soviet Union or like a monarchist Russia would be super cool. Just like the whole lore of it would be really interesting. Seeing a Tsar come back after they came out of power, after like before the purge of the 30s. I mean, it was. I mean, it'll be fantastic to play through. But I haven't pre-ordered it because I don't see the point in pre-ordering it. You get one extra song, fantastic. Uh, Poland, what does Poland get? I mean, Poland already has a focus tree, right? Like, they got a DLC before Italy, and that kind of pisses me off. That, like, Italy's not going to be able to get a focus tree for probably a couple more DLCs. Now, I'm going to guess a couple more, just because the importance of these Nordic countries in World War II. Denmark fell within 8 hours, something like that. Norway was a huge part. Sweden was the neutral, but also helped Germany a little bit by letting them go through their territory. And Finland was at war with Russia for a good chunk of World War II. And I mean, like, they definitely need to explain some part of the Nordic. I mean, they can even give Iceland a focus tree because I mean, they can do that because Vichy France gets one, so I don't see why Iceland wouldn't get one. Another one that I see probably in the future would be a Middle Eastern focus tree. Now, that would be kind of difficult to say before Italy, but it's probably true knowing Paradox, how they've antagonized us with the new DLCs, with Bulgaria having probably a 5 times bigger focus tree than Italy. But the importance of the Middle East was a huge part as well. I mean, Iraq had to be invaded by the United Kingdom to save their oil supply. The northern part of Iran up here, I think, was um, partially taken over by the Soviets for some reason, probably like secure oil or something. But I remember hearing about like this part being taken over by the Soviets, and then all the while like this Kurdistan and then Afghanistan. I mean, they didn't contribute like pretty much none at all to World War II. Saudi Arabia is a massive oil producer, but I mean, really, the two countries like Iraq and Iran, I think they definitely deserve a focus tree. Just because of the importance that they had. I mean, obviously, Italy deserves one as well. But knowing Paradox, these two will probably be the next one after the Northern Lights focus. Belgium, I think what they'll do is finally for the third focus tree, is that they'll put Belgium, Italy, and like Brazil in a focus tree. They'll just put like 3 random nations in a focus tree. Like Waking the Tiger got that German different side of a focus tree or something. I mean, I think that we could expect it. This will probably be a couple of years into the future. But Brazil is a very, very important, a very largely played nation in Paradox in Hoi 4, and yet they don't have a focus tree. I mean, they're the second biggest country in the Americas, and yet they don't have a focus tree. So I think we'll see one, and then Italy will get a reworked one. Um, I think probably the developers at the beginning of Hoi 4 looked at Italy and was like, well, they've been fascist since like 1920s, so they pretty much crushed all their opponents. But that would be sort of incorrect. They have one other opponent, and I think that would be the king, Emmanuel. But he wasn't the most bravest of them all. So, and then here we are, total Muslim right here in 1936. OP focus tree, no doubt. Uh, and then Belgium, we need a focus tree. Probably one for Luxembourg. I don't know. Actually, probably not. But, I mean, why would the Dutch get a focus tree and not Belgium? Like, they go hand in hand. They're like wife and husband, you know what I mean? And they have this colonial empire in the Congo. So I think that I can definitely see the Nordic, the Middle East, and then like these random countries getting one. Or Italy could be grouped in with the Middle East. Like they can call it like the Mediterranean or something. I don't know. But one thing that if I do have to like expand on the Middle East part would be the Yemen, Oman. Like they'll probably do a base Middle East focus tree, like how the China's got these ones. I think that the Oman, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen focus trees will be similar to this, um, in a way that they like have their have their own focus tree, but it's kind of like just it's shared. Um, yeah. I mean, really, if you need focus trees for every nation, check out Road to 56 because you can play for 20 years and pretty much they all have focus trees. I mean, their generic focus tree is a lot better than the vanilla focus tree, but I guess that's all I'm gonna say about that. I mean, I would probably play Road to 56 here, but I think I just want to get better at vanilla so I can do some more speaking runs. I think I'm at 25 now, but I want to get all the way for sure. Uh, let's see. And I think I'll just do a little bit more looking into the Chinese nation. We'll take this spy that we haven't used and we'll probably put it in here. And then once our PP gets high enough, we'll put in a elusive gentleman and that'll bring us some good spies. China, more economics, anti-opposition. So that would be is that cooperation with the communists, maybe? Or requires cooperation? Hmm. One of the following. We'll see in their next focus. More economics for Yemen. Saint-Germane, economic, and Shanxi. What about Taipei? Yeah, communist. So we don't need to worry about Taipei. But we do. I need to figure out which one Guanxi plays going down. I think I'll just relax until this focus is completed. Alright, we have our operative slot right here. And then we're almost done with this focus. What should the thumbnail be for the next video? If you have an idea, please comment below. Alright, moving to the next one. Moving down to liaison confrutes. We don't need any more manpower. I would go for the research slot, but I'm looking for an easy, like, quick move over China. And I feel like that would be too much time wasted. We're gonna shorten this down to 20 with, see how much manpower I have. And we're down 2.78. Put in those sieves, and then I think we'll do like a couple dozen more. How much longer? And then after this, for the Marco Polo, you need just the Greater East Asian Prosperity. Okay, so I'll go AFK for a little bit. Alright, so we got some research done. I'll fix it. I haven't seen this one yet. The United Mexican States, so it looks like a church uprising, I think. Ooh, right on point. Look at that. The first Christina ended up with the... So they probably went, atheist, that's right. And then their stability is just... Was that 38? And you have to keep it above 40. So... That's unfortunate for them. That means they'll probably be weakened by that civil war. And I know if they don't do Cadillo fast enough, he'll start a civil war too. So, I mean, but they do give you a lot of time to do it. So I could see. Left-wing paramilitary. Goodness. Wonder if that means anything, anything for China. Or anything for Trotsky. Maybe we can hope. You know, one day I'd like to see, like, Portugal do the Macau My Day, but just like AI. Just completely AI doing Macau My Day. I think that would be so funny. If you don't know what Macau My Day is, it's essentially a super hard achievement where you have to start a collaboration government down here, annex all of China, and then give all that land to your collaboration government. I mean, it's a doozy to do. Okay, so the civil war just began in Spain. That looks disgusting. Encircled down here, encircled right here. Ugh, I mean, I was gonna do something with that, but no, I'm not. I remember I landed in Spain one time. Like, this was their only port. It looked exactly like this. and I think I was playing Italy or Germany, and I got my troops surrounded because look at there's three provinces right here, and if they take these three provinces, then everything like outside of here is encircled because their capital is in here, and then they'll probably lose all of this. I don't know. It was really confusing, but ended up my troops all died. So I think that like if you're in such a tight span like this, it's not worth it. It's not worth sending volunteers over there. Plus, we're Japan anyway. Let's be traditional Japan and not send Japanese troops over to Spain. I don't think that's the most realistic thing that we're going for here. Okay, so we have some more down. I'm gonna add some military factories in Tokyo. And how are we coming on along on that focus? Pretty good. 53 days. And our research looking all good for 40 days. Okay, bit this time. Okay, so we have this focus done, and now it's time to move on to the next one. The Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Once again, research. There should be two in this span. No, three in this span. So I guess I'll just go AFK until those, and then I'll come back when the research and when the focus is done. Alright, so we're coming back to pretty much close to where the focus is ending. And I think, my goodness, there is a lot to research that I don't want to use 300 days to research with. I will go with, I guess, better Navy. I mean, we gotta fix something. And we'll do submarine. No, we'll go armament. Bam. This is fixed. Add some more of these, and we'll put that one division right there, and I think that'll be good. Some mills now. And yeah, that's good. Okay. So I think I'll end up the video here, and then I'll probably just release another one right after this one, showing the Marco Polo Bridge instrument. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, you know, the business. Have a good day.